Good Thursday, everyone. Our USA mortgage level of concern, the same as it's been the last couple of days. Level one, we're still mindful of slick spots on back roads, and some of those back roads are still in pretty bad shape. So just be mindful of that. Cumberland County schools are canceled again today. So and I think there's maybe some other area schools that are either delayed or canceled, but it's mainly because of back roads. Main roads, as far as I've seen, are great, but it takes a while for those shadier spots and more remote areas to recover from any snow that we get. Premier Generators bringing us our winter weather threat level. We're focused on Sunday, and I would say Saturday night into Sunday because temperatures are going to take a plunge on Saturday evening, and that's going to be the beginning of the what we may refer to as the Great Plunge of January 2025. We've had some cold temperatures this month, but this thing next week is probably going to surpass that as far as chilliness. I don't think we're going to go below zero, so stay tuned. I'll keep an eye on that, but I think we're going to stay above it, and I think that's a good thing. So we don't want to get too cold. There is a low impact, low level threat for snow Saturday night into Sunday morning. Right now, that is still not looking like a big deal. At most, we've been looking at around an inch of accumulation, and I mean that is at most as far as it looks right now. So, but I will keep an eye on it. But they understood there at the bottom, dangerously cold temps. Yeah, we're going down single digits. Excuse me, Sunday night. And choked up just thinking about it because I'm okay as long as the temperatures don't drop down below 15, and then after that I'm getting very uncomfortable. But yeah, dropping into the single digits, so dangerously cold temperatures. So things to prepare for: make sure your outdoor fur babies have a warm, dry bed that's sheltered from the wind because it's going to be breezy. It looks like. Yeah, make sure your elderly and disabled neighbors have heat and a good source of safe heat, and keyword here, safe. And then, of course, make sure those pipes are good and ready for this extended period of very, very, very cold air, or you're going to have a mess on your hands. We had that extended period of cold weather not too long ago where we didn't get above freezing, but our highs during the day got up into the 20s, even close to 30 and even up around 30, 31, 32. But this time, the high temperatures are going to be super cold, like even in the teens. So this is going to be a different stretch of cold weather than what we've seen. Clearview Closet and Blind. We're going to start 5-day forecast. And before all that gets here, we have mostly sunny skies today and tomorrow. It will be windy today, so that's going to make that 43 feel a lot cooler than what it is. But other than that, sunshine, highs in the 40s both today and tomorrow. That'll allow those back roads to recover. And then Friday night into Saturday, rain moves in, and then it rain, and windy. So, but it's mild, highs in the 40s. But at some point during the day on Saturday afternoon into the evening hours, that front's going to come through. Temperatures are going to fall, and we're going to fall into the mid 20s. So it's an abrupt fall, but it's not the bottoms out fall that you're going to see come Sunday. When even more cold air arrives, and that brings in some light snow, light flurries in the morning. It remains windy, and then we drop down to 7 Sunday night. And then Monday, we only recur to 17 if we're lucky. I was tempted to go 15 for a high on Monday, and I was tempted to go for 3 for a low, so that tells you where I'm leaning. And then it stays cold on the Tuesday and into Wednesday as well. Weichert Realtors brings us our 6 to 10 day threat outlook, and got those below normal temperatures are definitely going to happen. Dangerously cold temperatures are going to happen. And then you have the potential for wintry precipitation, and that's being watched very, very closely. Models are really struggling with next week's weather. I mean, as of today on Thursday morning, there is little to no agreement, and it's even hard for me. I know it's going to be cold, and it's going to be an active jet stream pattern. It's very hard to believe that we'll get through this without wintry precipitation. But when, where, and how much are the specific details that we're still working on. So, yeah, confidence is very low in the forecast. I'd say beyond Tuesday of next week. Monday and Tuesday we got figured out, I think. But beyond Tuesday, it's a wild card right now. It is a wild card. I mean, there's some guidance wanting to put snow on New Orleans. Um, so we'll see. We may be a situation where the wintry weather goes too far to our south, but I still don't think we're going to escape this cold Arctic blast without any winter precipitation. So stay tuned. Bramblebrook Boutique, bringing us our on this day in weather history. 2003, I'm sorry. A major snowstorm strikes the mid-state. Nashville reports 7 inches of snow, much more than what was forecast, becoming the city's biggest snowfall in nearly 7 years. It started falling around 8 a.m. By midday, the city is paralyzed. Blocked interstates, numerous accidents. We had snow on the plateau. I was at Tech as a student. I was a senior, yes. And I remember we got a little bit, but I remember the news doing live coverage of this event in Nashville, and it was a disaster. It was so bad that the broadcast meteorologist and the journalists who were trying to get to work just started reporting live from their cars where they were stuck on the interstates and on the roads. It was a mess. A surprise 7 inches. We were supposed to get snow, but not. And it fell quick in Nashville, really quick. Anyway, you can Google that. You can read more about that. That is an event. You folks have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, and keep looking up for more weather information to keep with all this crazy weather. You can download the Meteorologist Smart app or follow meteorologistsmart.com.